Hello there, weirdos!
Hello, weirdos!
I am your East Coast host, Mike Eshelman.
And I'm your West Coast host, Tom Arnholt.
And we are in episode 2 of November, since we're doing a two-banger this month. And let's see, we are on episode 12 overall.
Is it? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, next month we're doing our all call-in show. So if you want to be part of that, just send me an email or an instant message or something, and we'll get you booked. What else? Yeah, that's the end of our season. Oh, Russia has added our list of listeners. So welcome, comrades.
Das Vidanya.
Or actually, according to our numbers, welcome, comrade, singular.
Yeah. Good evening, Ivan.
So last time we were together, Tom, you referred to this episode as the Buyer's Remorse Saturday.
Yes.
Do you have any buyer's remorse this year?
I don't. You know, historically, I have largely avoided the whole Black Friday craziness. Big fan of Cyber Monday. But as far as, I've never gone out, waited online, woke up early to go buy anything. But, you know, I've always taken great enjoyment watching the craziness on the news about, you know, people clawing at each other to, you know, bring in the Yuletide season.
Absolutely.
You know, nothing says happy birthday, Jesus, like throwing elbows or a tickle me Elmo.
Tickle me Elmo.
But it's funny, actually, I was watching on the news. Obviously, this year's a little bit different. And that was like the big story about Black Friday was how not like Black Friday it was. People were pretty chill,
right?
In line, you know, enter, you know, when they're called or when they get their text and they say it's okay to come into the store, do their shopping and leave.
See, eventually, I think this pandemic is sort of will lead to a minor reboot of civility.
I think in some cases you're absolutely right.
You know, we'll never get back to where we were 50, 60 years ago just because we're very we're animals. Come down to it. But eventually, as this goes on and on, I think people will get used to, like, you know what? I kind of not like having people up in my face all the time and pushing and shoving. So, you know, it's baby steps, but eventually I think this is going to have a soft reboot to those times where you actually gave a shit about your fellow man, you know?
Yeah, there's a sort of a resurgence of a polite, courteous sort of society.
Yeah.
That has been slowly but steadily on the decline over the last many decades.
Oh, it's terrible. Let me think. I did not buy anything yesterday. I too just hate the crowds.
Yeah.
I did break down and get one of those robot vacuums this morning, though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had an email from Amazon, and it's because of the pandemic, the hot offers and Black Friday stuff. It's been going on since Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
And I've avoided them all, and they hit me this morning, and like one of those little robot vacs was half off.
I will caution you, those robots, they are relentless, and they don't care what you have on the floor, it's theirs.
So we'll get along perfectly because it's just like me.
Yeah. Yeah, it has no, it can't discern from, I didn't mean to leave that there, to actual, you know, dust or debris. It just sucks everything up.
And see, I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's just me. And when I'm eating, I'm at a table. So there's not a lot. Yeah. Basically, if there's something on the floor, it used to be part of me, I think. That's all that's on there.
Something you've shed.
Yeah, and I have a nice Dyson. But again, the apartment is so small that it takes longer to unwind and wind back up the power cord than it does to actually vacuum.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I am against any activity that the setup takes longer than the actual activity itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I don't play Axis and Allies. or
Risk.
like have sex. You know. So this was an impulse buy. I'm like, I'll kind of like having a little robot around.
Yeah.
Just somebody to hang out with.
Right? You got to name it. Ours is named Rosie after the Jetsons.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. She's kind of nice.
I like that. I'll go with Jeeves.
Can't go wrong with Jeeves.
Yeah.
Unless you're a search engine. Yeah, I think you, me, and maybe 4 other get that one.
Geek humor.
Ask Jeeves. What's that? Dude, you even Gen X? Come on.
I must compliment you on your articles this month. You have been on fire. And again, I'm kind of looking forward to getting to the last one because I don't understand your your obsession with it.
I don't know why.
Okay.
It just had to. I don't know. Every episode we need to have some sort of rampage. And if it's a drunken person, all the better.
Yeah, okay.
There are certain things that I look that I just gravitate towards and I get all excited about.
Right on.
And that story checked a few boxes for me. So.
Well, I'll do 1 and 3, and then you can do 2 and 4, so you can land on your rage of the month.
Yes.
And the first one is gross, so I will go ahead and muddle my way through this. And I actually looked up all the words I didn't know how to pronounce. That's professionalism.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, look at me.
What are you doing stuff and learning?
I know. Okay, so here we go. This is disgusting. Follow along. Mongoose poop coffee. It's all the rage.
Hell yeah.
Attention, coffee lovers, enthusiasts, and connoisseurs. If you didn't already know, coffee doesn't just come from a bean anymore. It comes from poop, too. And apparently, it's all the rage. The coffee, which was shown off at this year's China International Import Expo, is called Kopi Luwak and is a coffee made from coffee cherries that were consumed, partially digested, and pooped out by the Asian palm civet. A civet is a nocturnal creature that looks like a cat, but is related to the mongoose family. That can be found in tropical Asia and Africa. According to Sixth Tone, the brewed beverage has become a highly sought-after commodity among high-end coffee enthusiasts and has been embraced by many South Asian countries. It's also an expensive cup of joe, one of the world's most expensive, actually, since not much is produced due to the strict animal welfare guidelines that must be followed in the process. As a result, the CEO of East Timor National Pavilion Coffee Industry Center, where the coffee is made, estimates that there will only be 40,000 cups of civet coffee from East Timor each year.
So get it while it's hot.
Oh, man. It's funny, like a few episodes ago, I think when Rachel brought in her own article, she had one about beer that's brewed through like a squirrel, like a taxidermy squirrel or something like that. Yeah, but this is another level. I mean, this is actually passed through a live animal, and then you're making coffee out of the half-digested coffee. What was it? Coffee cherries?
Coffee cherries, yeah.
Yeah. So this little cat eats this stuff, poops it back out, and then you make coffee out of it.
Yes. That's, yeah. Couple things going on here. Okay, first of all, China. Now, what strict animal guidelines are they referring to that exist in China?
Right? It's pretty much anything goes.
I mean, kind of the Wild West out there, as long as you're, wearing your gray uniform and
right,
show up on time. Yeah. So strict animal guidelines in China, right there is sort of like military intelligence. It's like what? What?
Right.
And then it gets passed through this sort of cat mongoose creature of mythical legend. It's like the turtle unicorn. So I don't know. And then it's, absurdly expensive. Like, is this like the new, like is this like the cocaine of the 21st century?
Right?
It's like, like rich boiler room stockbrokers, started the whole coke fad thing. Remember back in the 80s, it was like, oh yeah, that was like the drug du jour. If you were doing coke, you had some money. That was like the status drug.
Right. Does this is it like super coffee where you hallucinate after you drink it or something? Because okay, I can see that.
For some reason, yeah, it passes through a cat's ass, but I can smell colors. Okay,
right. I've licked a toad, so this is a baby step down the path of drugs.
Yeah, but if it's just a really good cup of coffee,
yeah,
well,
I mean, I've had good coffee, but I've never thought, if this was 100 times more expensive and shat out by a cat, I think I would enjoy it more.
Yeah, I've never sat there and said, this is a good cup of coffee, but it really could use, I don't know, a hint of cat colon. What this needs is a little bit of mongoose anus.
Right? And, I mean, coffee is weird enough if you think about the very first cup of coffee that was ever made. Somebody was, like, eating these beans, like, these taste like shit. I wonder what would happen if I ground them up and, like, poured scalding hot water on them and then drank the water.
Yeah.
That's weird. But at some point, two dudes were walking through the forest and came across this little cat taking his shit. Like, hold on, dude. Wait until it's done. I want to see what's on the ground here.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like, yeah, this tastes like shit. I wonder,
right?
if we actually added shit to it, did two wrongs make a right?
Right? Oh, God. I don't know. I mean, and again, I guess this speaks to really good marketing and people's desire to be one of the 40,000,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like eating endangered animals. I mean, are they that much more delicious than non-endangered animals? Probably not.
No.
But
it all tastes like chicken.
It's the fact that you're not supposed to be eating it that's the appeal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm. The one exception, though, fucking baby condor is amazing.
And I'll never turn down a Komodo dragon enchilada.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, so
baby condor.
Don't worry, people. I will not be one of the 40,000 to hunt this down. To your point about like the rigorous testing that they do, at my old job, we went to China once a summer to meet with our vendors and walk through the warehouses and stuff. And every time we would go, one of the vendors would take us to a restaurant. And as you walked in, you know how we have like lobster tanks here where you can pick out I like that lazy one. Mm-hmm. This was like a petting zoo that had all the animals on the menu were like just hanging out. So, and being the white guy from Ohio, I had no clue. So I'm sitting there playing with the ducks and checking out all these cool looking fish and lizards that they have. Like, this place is badass. And our host was walking around with a waiter, writing shit down as we walked through all the little animal sections. So we get to our table, and it's like one of those big, big family style tables with the Lazy Susan in the middle. And I'm like, what's with the little zoo on our way in? And he's like, that's the menu. He's like, everything you pet, we put on a list and said, that's a soup. That's the main entree.
Oh my God. You were literally the hand of death.
Yeah,
You had no idea. Holy crap. Anything that guy pets.
That's right.
Pair it with a wine and give it to us.
I mean, yes, there were cute animals there, but then there were also like those weird-ass fish that looked like they were pretty much dinosaurs that somebody just pulled out of the bottom of the ocean, like those football fish with the little glowing thing on their head. And
yeah, those anglerfish. Those are badass.
Yeah, fucked up stuff there. I mean, half of it I was scared to death of. I'm like, this is the worst zoo I've ever been to,
It's the zoo of nightmares.
Yeah, but then I look over, I'm like, ooh, turtles. That's good. That's awesome. So the moral of the story is, I am not eating anything directly out of China anymore, just because it did have a personality at some point. And I am not down with the kitty litter coffee either. The rest of you folks can have my share, I guess.
Yeah, knock yourselves out. That teamwork. Civet coffee.
Civet ass coffee.
God, this tastes like shit. Funny you should mention that.
Right. Funny story.
Oh, you very insightful.
It reminds me of your second day grounds. Like that one summer that I lived with you. And
oh, God.
You would take like the eggshells from your scrambled eggs and throw them in yesterday's coffee grounds and make another pot of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only reason I got up like at 5:30 in the morning, so I could like be first and throw them away. I'm like, dude, it's like 3 cents, man. We can afford another coffee filter.
We're poor, but we're not that poor.
Right.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Half of us worked at a restaurant. Like if I wore pants with bigger pockets, I'll get you all the coffee you want.
Right? What the hell? For some reason I thought we were one cup of coffee away from having to live under a bridge.
Right?
Like that was going to do it. That was what was going to break us.
Yes. Yes, we'll rehash yesterday's coffee grounds and then spend $300 on beer that night.
Yeah.
Good times, man.
Right? Priorities. 20-something.
Oh, shit. Well, from Mongoose Ass, your list here leads us right into another delicious animal story.
Yes. And just in time to be late for Thanksgiving. Okay, here we go. He's not going to be the one on our plates. Turkey terrorizes Beantown neighborhood. Thanksgiving was right around the corner, but one tough turkey is determined not to end up on someone's dinner table. The Tom Turkey has been aggressively harassing residents on a street in the Hyde Park area of Boston, according to WBZ-TV. On Wednesday, a crew from the station spotted the turkey, which lunged at the reporter and began pecking at his microphone. A crowd soon gathered to watch. One person was joking, quote, "I guess he's letting us know he's not going to be the one on our plates this year." Just a few days earlier, Lutz Paulette and her boyfriend were walking down the street when the turkey crossed the road and attacked Paulette, according to WBZ. "He jumped on my arm," she says. "Turkeys have spurs on the backs of their claws, and he nicked me with it. I finally had to hit him with my purse to get him to leave me alone." Well, to get the easy joke out of the way first, that's why the turkey crossed the road.
Yeah, I'm so glad they included that phrase in the article. Yeah. And again, I'm not that familiar with the Hyde Park area of Boston, but if a woman is attacked, was it days before this news crew was out there, couldn't somebody find turkeys are kind of big animals, man.
Yeah. And they're not necessarily stealthy.
Right?
I mean, it's not like a ninja. It's a turkey.
No.
And unless there's like other like flocks of turkeys in the Hyde Park area, like trying to identify the one so they don't, accidentally incarcerate the wrong bird.
Right, so the feral one mixes with the domesticated one.
Yeah. Is he, get that one removed? He's going to organize them.
Right. Honestly, I think the true antagonist of this story is the asshole that said, I guess he's letting us know he's not going to be on one of our plates this year.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's the dick that when the cashier tries to scan something and it fails 3 times, he says, I guess that's free.
I guess that's free. Shut up.
Yes. Kill him and then fucking go find the bird to kill it.
That's free. It's free because you're walking out of here with it up your ass.
Right. And then we'll make coffee out of it.
And then we're going to make some coffee out of it, motherfucker.
Fucking civet. Oh, shit. Yeah, so, I mean, yeah. The fact that a lady got attacked by a turkey
in Boston. It's not like in the middle of some. Yeah, it's not like she was like in rural Kansas where, I don't know, I've never been there, but they would think that could happen more. It's more likely in some sort of rural part of America than Hyde Park, Boston.
Right. And it's not like I'm from a huge metropolitan area by any means. I'm more of a suburban type animal. I don't think I've ever seen a live turkey just out trucking around.
Just in the wild.
Yeah. But holy shit. Well, I guess we did have a loose lion or something a couple of years ago in Pickerington. But and that lasted for a few weeks. I don't know, man.
Really? Weeks?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In Pickerington?
I think so.
Yeah. In some Columbus suburb, there was a lion.
Yes. But, yeah, so I don't know. A Boston turkey attacking a woman. So more power to him, I guess. And, yeah, I guess spot on to their their dog catcher in that town.
Yeah, right. The animal control just doesn't give. They're all out of fucks. They got nothing.
Right. Turkeys are not in my jurisdiction,
Yeah, we don't do feathered beasts.
Yep. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Yeah. Yeah, if it flies, that's a different version. You got to call that.
That's right.
The Air Force Animal Control.
Yeah,
you got to talk to the guy at the airport. They know.
Right. Oh, shit. Yeah, terrible. So, again, you had some great articles this month, and this one, by far, was my favorite.
I think this one is up there with probably my favorite of the year.
Yeah, just the title was great, the story was great, and I didn't spend a lot of time looking at pictures just because, well, the subject matter, they all look the same.
Oh, but, yeah.
I mean, it's cute and terrifying at the same time.
Right? And enlightening.
Yeah, okay. So, let me go ahead and share this with everybody else so they know what the hell we're talking about. Gay penguin couple steals eggs from neighboring lesbian couple. The tranquility of a Dutch queer penguin community was disrupted recently when a gay penguin couple with a reputation for stirring up trouble stole an entire nest of eggs from a neighboring lesbian couple at the same zoo, according to The Cut. Fostering eggs in the queer penguin community is not unusual. Zoos and aquariums will frequently present unhatched eggs to gay and lesbian penguin couples who exhibit behavior that suggests they're desperate for a chick, such as building nests, according to the website. However, in this case, the perps took matter into their own hands, stealing eggs from 2 mothers-to-be. It's not the first time the male penguins have stooped to thievery. Just last year, the couple stole an egg from a different penguin family without facing any repercussions. However, the egg never hatched. The egg-snatching couple have reportedly been sharing caregiving duties, according to the cut, taking turns keeping the eggs warm and foraging for fish.
I learn so much every day.
It's true.
First of all, dude, the Dutch, they got their shit together. I'm increasingly impressed by the Dutch. Not only is like the Netherlands, consistently like voted the best place to live, like highest quality of life, happiness quotient. Who would have thought that there would be an actual fucking queer penguin community that not only would be recognized, but like harbored and they have they have a safe place, a nurturing community for queer penguins.
Yep, and they can get married.
Well, yeah.
If Parks and Recreation taught us nothing else, it's that gay penguins can get married.
Right. Oh my god. It's totally natural.
Mm-hmm. Nah, but I loved this story. I mean, yes, and I agree. The best part of this is that there's an entire queer penguin community that exists in the world. But it's also like... It's great that penguins stick to the stereotypes because they are catty bitches and steal eggs from other couples.
Right. How wild. And these dudes have done this before.
Right.
But it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, at the risk, it's interesting that like they still have that nurturing need, that need to nurture, develop, and sort of father and mother, to raise offspring.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
To the point where they would steal it from a lesbian couple.
Yeah, I mean, what's going through their tiny penguin heads to think, you know what? Those lesbians have plenty of kids, and we have none.
Where the lesbians get an egg?
Yeah, they're going to raise them gay. I think we should just take them and make them ours.
Right? Because they'll be fabulous.
Fabulous! Yep. We will sit around in our tiny tuxedos and just be amazing.
We'll have mimosas. It'll be fabulous.
Oh, God, but I love this story.
I love it. I love the penguins. I didn't realize that there was such thing as homosexuality to this level in the animal kingdom. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I think it's
not at
the
all.
Dutch of like, oh, hey, you know what?
Seriously, I didn't know about it except for Parks and Recreation. That's the only reason I knew it existed.
Well, I assumed that the Parks and Rec was a bit. Like they thought, hey, wouldn't it be funny if we're going to do this thing? And, well, obviously there's got to be a curveball, and now we'll make them gay. Because it's just ridiculous. But no, it's real. I love it. It's real. Queer penguins. And they made for life.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm leery to ask, but I'm going to anyway, because it's what I do. How do like the lesbian penguins? How did they come across? Like, how did they figure out that? Oh, those lesbian penguins. How did they? I mean, and the gay penguins. I mean, obviously, there's a physical pleasuring that goes on.
I see where you're going with this. I think the lesbian penguins had tiny flannel tuxedos on.
And Doc Martens?
Yes.
Little flipper Doc Martens?
Yep. They hung out at their version of Summit Station in the Netherlands. Yeah, actually, you know what? That's a good question. How did two female penguins have fertilized eggs?
Right.
Hmm.
Well, let's say, they had the discussion. Okay, you go out there, do your thing. I know it's not for love. I respect
There was
you. We both really want this.
there was a surrogate.
Yeah. Well, it's not like they can just go turkey baster method. They've got
Right.
to.
So they went to one of their
They're not
straight
that
male
evolved.
penguin friends and like, listen,
Yeah. Like, look.
you're tall, you're somewhat intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
We want you to be the father of our tiny gay brood.
Yeah. They found some penguin David Crosby. Of course, he's not tall, but you know what I mean. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. All right.
I don't
Wow.
know.
Okay.
The story, it asks more questions than it explains.
Yes.
It's
Yes, for
beautiful
sure.
nonetheless. I think it's great.
No, I loved it. I mean, I love the fact that there are tiny couples of gay penguins raising babies and making nests and nurturing them and stuff. But also the fact that there's so many that, again, there's a whole community of them.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, the downside obviously is they're stealing people's babies, so that's not cool.
Well, I don't know. What if they were stealing them from bad parents? Penguins that stay out all night and don't pay attention to their kids and,
Yeah.
aren't supportive of them and
Well, that's just a parent.
So you're saying the right thing to do would be for them to go into like the penguin foster community and find one that's a couple of years old, maybe. And
Well,
adopt,
not even that. You can get on a waiting list for adoption,
right?
or
Get a little Chinese penguin or a Russian penguin.
there's tons of them.
Oh Christ! Well, the one thing that bothered me, though, yeah, there it is. The perps took matters into their own hands. Come on, man. They're fucking birds.
They don't have hands.
Exactly. But anyway, God bless you, little Dutch queer penguins.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Salute. Good luck and hope to you, little queer penguins from the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
Support you.
All right, dude, bring us home. With
Maybe they could give him like a chicken egg or some other egg, so that they still have that nurturing outlet. I know we're talking way too much about this.
Yeah,
Beating the shit out of this story, but I'm just gobsmacked by it. I'm really the Dutch.
Okay, so a long time ago, we told Peggy to find out if we went to school with anybody that was homeless from our class.
Oh God!
So I think as a follow-up, she should find out if we went to school with any zoologists. And we'll bring them on the show, and we can just talk about gay penguins ad nauseum with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know one of our classmates works at the Columbus Zoo and has for many years.
Really?
I don't know if they are actual zoologists, but I mean, I think so.
Close enough. I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah. Zoologist adjacent. I'm not a zoologist. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Plus.
Yeah, okay. Well, reach out to him and ask what they know about gay penguins and if they'd be willing to talk about it for an hour.
All right.
This is awesome.
Excellent.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay.
So,
here we are.
From gay penguins. to the Son of God on a rampage.
Yes.
Drunk man claims he's Son of God, busted for throwing mailboxes in a street. An Altoona, Pennsylvania man claiming to be the Son of God was arrested for public drunkenness and disorderly conduct after throwing mailboxes and other items in the street. The suspect, 42-year-old Martin Miller, was outside of his apartment on the 500 block of 12th Street in Altoona on Wednesday, October 14th, when police arrived and observed two mailboxes laying in the street, along with a handle of vodka behind him. According to a copy of the complaint obtained by WTAJ.
Zing!
A woman who called the police claims Miller woke her up with screams about the skies are opening and that he was the Son of God. Miller further alleges that prior to the cops' arrival, Miller was throwing things into the street while screaming, "Beam me up, Scotty!" and "Here, piggy, piggy!" Miller was reported slurred speech Miller, with reported slurred speech, told police he had no idea how the mailboxes got into the road and didn't know what they were talking about. Martin Miller, you son of God.
So many beautiful aspects of this. I mean, he pulled in, there's Manson references somewhat. Pop culture with the Star Trek.
Manson, Star Trek.
Yep, the skies are opening, Son of God, and throwing mailboxes. Oh.
It's got everything. I'm surprised this is not in Columbus. I think we knew this guy.
Yeah.
Like, we've all had Martin Miller as a neighbor at one point, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
I think
yes.
At one point we've all been close to being Martin Miller.
And he's a cheap bastard for buying a handle of vodka.
What is a handle of vodka?
I was picturing like the half-gallon size bottle, of like Kamchatka vodka that they have. That's got the finger loop.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's what I kind of thought too. It was a jug.
Yeah. The one that's like $6.99 at your Kroger store.
Nice.
Yes, I was absolutely correct. A handle of vodka actually refers to the size of the bottle, which is typically 1.75 liters.
Okay, it's the big boy.
Yeah. It's the guy, and sure enough, like the first thing on Google, it's a picture of the Kamchatka bottle. That's on the bottom shelf. You need two hands to pull it out.
Right? It's a two-man carry to get it into the cart.
Yeah, that's the party size thing. We're like, I'm having people over, but they're not close friends, so I don't want to spend a lot.
I don't really care about impressing anybody.
Yep. So you buy that, and then like the little tin of frozen orange juice on concentrate, and just throw them in a blender. I'm like, there you go, fuckers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this guy, he's all over the place. Yeah. And that denies the whole thing.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know who I am? Fuck. Shit. Mailboxes.
Mailboxes. Oh, that's awesome.
He's a treasure.
He is.
Altoona.
He's old enough to know better. He's not
absolutely.
like some kid. And just it's beautiful. And again, you kept pushing this article, and I'm like, I don't see the appeal. But after reading it a couple times, like, actually this does tick about every box. If he was naked, this would have been like the ultimate article for us.
Yes. All that was missing was nudity from this one. Because you can get that. That's the Triple Crown. That's drunk, naked rampage.
Yep.
The closest we came was the topless chick at the Denny's.
Right. Oh, but that's
my
great.
holy grail.
And yes, at some point, yes, we hung out with this idiot, probably. But,
Yeah,
20-year-old me would have been laughing my ass off with him. But then,
we would have been
50-year-old
handing
me,
him stuff to throw.
oh yeah, I'd be
Pull that
furious.
one out of the ground. The minute we saw rollers, we'd been vapor. Boom,
Yep,
gone.
But now
Run
that
your
I'm
own,
older,
Martin.
if there's some drunk yelling, "Here, piggy, piggy," outside my window at 3 a.m., fuck yes, I'm calling the cops on him.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I'd tell him I saw a gun just so they'd shoot him without asking any questions.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, in Altoona, Pennsylvania, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it didn't happen. In Altoona, they shoot first and ask questions later.
That's right.
Fucking Altoona, it's rough.
Oh, God. Yeah, I love it.
But you got to wonder, well, you don't. We've been there. We've all been close to this at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but,
we've yelled stuff, broken stuff. Again, the only difference between him and us is we didn't get caught.
Yeah, we didn't go completely batshit crazy.
Right?
I think, to our, I guess for lack of a better, to our credit, we never went full crazy.
Trying to think. No. I'm going to agree with you just because I can't think of any examples of going full-blown crazy like this, like loud, obnoxious, throwing shit in the street. But
like, I'm the son of God sort of shit.
Yeah, I've never screamed, "Here, piggy, piggy." Outside.
Without thinking about it. I mean,
right.
You didn't, because yeah.
All right. I've never yelled, "Here, piggy, piggy," with no context.
Right. Yeah.
That's the difference. With context, yes, you're an asshole. But without context, you're a lunatic.
You're a lunatic. And we've never gone full lunatic.
Nope,
we've just gone full asshole.
Very much a lot.
Yeah, a lot full asshole. Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mark Miller, you're not in the running for the Bum's Corner Hero of the Year, but I'd say he's a strong runner-up, though.
The honorable mention at best.
Bronze, maybe.
Still up there. Yeah, I'll be on the podium, but
nope. Nobody can come close to Denny's chick.
Not with the precious metal. Yeah.
That was it. That was the epitome.
But it had it all. It had it all. Topless rampage. That punk. Yep. There it is.
There it is. But still, again, I must compliment you on not only the volume and variety, but the quality of the articles that you brought to the table lately.
Well, the hat tip to our friends at ABC.
Well, kudos. Oh, my God. So we actually have time still. So if there's anybody left listening at this point, I want to reiterate that next month we're doing a call-in show. So it's just open. You can show up, say what you want. We'll still have stuff to talk about just in case nobody shows up. But if you've ever wanted to just stop in and say, "I hate what you guys are doing, I wish you would stop," or "You have made my life better, thank you, you talked me off the bridge," then this will be your opportunity.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, you probably aren't, so,
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you have at least one mental issue, if not multiple. Again, if you're this deep into it.
And that's not like a shortcoming. Don't feel like it's an insult. You're one of us. So it's all
Absolutely.
good. Everybody's a little crazy. Just we happen to embrace that a little bit.
Yes,
This is a safe place for crazy.
We are all square pegs looking to get into society's round holes.
God, you remember that show?
Yes. Oh shit. I'm never gonna remember the name of the actress that was in that now, but to this day, I still know the theme song.
Theme song. Yep. Square peg. Square peg. Square pegs.
Yes. Yep. That was like the motels or something did that.
It was. I want to say your motel sounds right.
Waitresses.
Same thing. Not really, not at all, because the Waitresses have one of the best Christmas songs of all time.
Yes, they do. It's them and the Kinks for like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The best Christmas song.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, but that show was on for like a blink.
Yeah.
Regular TV. Yeah, but I remember that.
It seemed like it was just for a minute back in the early 80s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think we were in grade school.
That's going to bother me now. What was the name of that actress that was on that ended up with a fairly decent career? Shit.
Was it? Oh, shit. Damn it. Sex in the City.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes.
Yes. Jamie Gertz is the one I was thinking of.
Jamie Gertz?
Yes. Yeah, she was in that show.
Who the hell is Jamie Gertz?
She was on like ER. She's been in a shitload of movies. She was in Less Than Zero. What else? Lost Boys. Just a ton of stuff.
Okay.
Facts of Life. Yeah.
Facts of Life? I learned so much from that show.
About what? The facts of life?
Well, yeah, you got to take the good, you take the bad, you take them both.
And there you have the facts of life.
Facts of life.
I just thought it was cool that there were kids my age going to a school where the only adult was like somebody cool. You know?
Well, the only adult was like the lunch lady.
Yeah, Mrs. Garrett. She just kind of hung out and gave him candy.
All right.
Like, is there a version of this school for boys? And if so, how do I get in?
Sign me up.
Yeah. That was my takeaway from it. I'm like, this looks like heaven on earth.
Yeah.
You know, you never saw him in class. It was always after school, just hanging out with a chef.
Yeah.
Like,
hanging out in the lunchroom.
Easy. Yeah.
Getting into hijinks and solving problems.
Solving mysteries.
Solving mysteries. Now, see, if you could combine like the Facts of Life and Scooby-Doo. Oh, wait, that'd be like Hogwarts. Never mind.
Yeah. What about Facts of Life and Murder, She Wrote?
Yeah, actually, that would work.
Yeah.
I get it because the Angela Lansbury character would be the Mrs. Garrett, but then she's got this team of teen hotties that it would be like almost like Charlie's Angels,
like the Buffy kids and the librarian, whatever. Hang on, it's gonna come. Anthony Stewart Head was the actor's name. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that. So Mrs. Garrett somehow gets involved in a mystery and brings the girls along to solve it.
Yeah, I could totally. Yeah. But they got to have like a cool bus that they drive around.
I always pictured Mrs. Garrett as having like some gigantic, like 1970s Cadillac convertible with like a stupid name like Baby. And she spends her Sundays like waxing this thing until it just glows.
But she can fix the engine too. So like she'll get under the hood. She's not afraid to get greasy.
Absolutely.
She knows every inch of that vehicle inside and out.
Yes. She knows what part to replace just based on purely on how it sounds when it starts up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Mrs. Garrett. Mrs. Garrett was the bomb.
Yeah, she was also on that other show too.
Different Strokes is where she came from.
She
Yeah.
played the maid on Different Strokes. Then that was first. She left that to go work at the school.
Yeah. That was a spinoff from Different Strokes. Because Dana Plato, who was... What the hell was her name? Kimberly?
No. Kimberly was the... No, I'm thinking of Tootie. Never mind.
She was the sister in Different Strokes.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Dana Plato.
I think she went to that school. I think she went to that school, and that's how Mrs. Garrett found out about the job.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm going to take a step back at this moment and say the quality of our show has gone very much downhill in the last 9 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. No, completely off the rails. And please don't mistake this as an apology.
But when I tell people, when I tell people about the show, I'm like, basically it's like sitting in a bar with Tom and I in the late 80s, early 90s. So since we talked about the last article, this is essentially the kind of shit we would do in a bar for hours at a time.
Oh, yeah.
Hours.
Let's dissect the minutia of our past.
Yes. Not solve anything, mind you.
No, let's just
Yep.
Shine light on it. Yeah, that was fucked up.
We'll open and take apart the dead frog, but we'll never find out what killed him.
I'm not going to know what the pieces are, but I'll poke at it.
Yep. Oh, Christ. Okay. Well, I think we've come to a point where we could probably put a little bow on this thing and wrap it up.
It's probably best for all.
So, again, in a couple weeks, we'll have what I have been calling Project Thunderdome. Because I just think it's going to be a disaster, and I can't wait to be in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's got train wreck potential all over it.
Yes. So, again, if you want to participate, let us know. But otherwise, just sit on the sidelines and watch as this train derails. Yeah. It'll be a beautiful and disgusting thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
like civet coffee.
Like civet coffee. We are the mongoose sphincter of the podcast world.
Thank you for your time.
So, on that note, I'll say good night or good morning or whenever you're listening to this, and we will be talking to you very, very soon.
Yes. Ciao.